Before we begin our presentation, I'm going to introduce our group member. That was Basilomeo, me myself Wendy, Anis Talisha, and also Sha.
Now I'm going to talk about defect in welding. There are many types of defect in welding, which is the imperfections generated in welding. Okay, today we will be covering only a certain type of defect. Okay, one of the common defect in welding is slag inclusion. It occurs with the retention of solid metals, metallic or not, in the weld metal. The cause is insufficient cleaning of the weld surface between the passes. It can also occur in single pass weld when slag is trapped in the roots and toes of the weld. It is also caused by an extremely short weld or low current. Okay, now I'm going to talk about another common defect in welding, weld cracks. Okay, it might be affected by the weld, where we call it fuse zone or heat affected zone, due to several.
Now I'll be talking about prevention. Now, to overcome slag inclusion problems, we can use a medium arc length. We can also use a recommended current at constant. Distortion in welding. Well, distortion is caused by the expansion and contraction of the weld metal during heating and cooling cycle. This affects the metalwork piece.
Next is change that occur to workpiece. During intense heating and cooling, metals may undergo a change in size, a change in color, a change in its chemical and molecular structure, and lastly a physical change in its appearance. Next is ways to overcome distortion. The firstly is do not overweld. Secondly is use intermittent welding. Thirdly, plan a welding sequence. Next, use few weld passes as possible. And lastly, use backstep welding.
Okay, so now we have reached the conclusion. As the first conclusion, all weld points must be rechecked to ensure that its bond between the two metals is strong enough to hold pieces of metal. Secondly, a perfect weld